Hello there, Jay here from Jay's Vintage Junk, and I've been buying things on eBay again. Pick this up. Now what we've got here, this is not a current model, I'll say that now. This is a few years old, but basically what we've got, this is known as an enhanced vision, and essentially it's an aid for the visually impaired. I remember these back from when I was at primary school. There was a lad, he was a few years younger than me. In fact, I knew his sister, and the school had one of these. Well, this is back in the 1980s, so it was older technology, but essentially he was his eyesight was very, very bad, to the point where even with glasses he couldn't read normal text. So what they had was, essentially, it was a big 24-inch black and white television, and it was an it was a television, and basically like a CCTV style camera in a stand. And what he'd do is he'd put his book he was reading underneath it, and it would enlarge the text, so each letter was, a big text like that, so he could actually read it. I mean, that machine was probably 10 years old back then. It was probably designed in the 70s. I think the telly was like one of the old 24-inch ITT mono black and white TVs. Basically this is a modern version of the same thing. It's designed for visually impaired, for, you put a book underneath here, and it massively enlarges the text onto the screen here. What I thought was, would this not be absolutely awesome for working on circuit boards? Basically I can put a PCB here that I want to do fine work on, like I do with my USB microscope, although this thing's just a lot more versatile than that little cheap, 30 quid USB microscope I've been using. This will not go as far down, it's not as got the magnification on it, but we've got a big 19-inch screen here, proper mounted camera. Now these things are usually ridiculously expensive. I actually looked up, and the current model that replaced this is virtually identical. Obviously I think it can do higher resolutions than this can, and the screen's slightly bigger. This is a 19-inch. I think the smallest they do now is a 20-inch, and they start at £2,000 plus VAT. So you're looking 2,200 up for one of these machines. I paid considerably less than that for this one. I'll tell you at the end what I actually paid for this machine. I've not tried it yet. I did see in the listing it actually working, but I haven't actually tried it myself yet, so that's what I thought we'd do in this video. We'll plug it in, we'll just make sure it does work. Even if it didn't work, to be honest, what I paid for it, it's worth it for this, for the camera mount. I could mount my own camera on here, and even if the screen was broken, it would still be worth buying for what I paid for it. But apparently it is in working order. Now the screen itself is nothing special. This is just a standard 19-inch 4:3 ratio VGA monitor. There's nothing extraordinary about it whatsoever. So what I was thinking, it uses standard VGA output. Somewhere in amongst my stuff, I think I still have a VGA capture card. It's in VJ in video capture, which would mean instead of me filming like the screen on my laptop and looking really unprofessional, I should be able to use this with my video capture card and actually get really good captures of what I'm doing on a board. Just make my video. Basically, I bought this for the channel. I thought this would make my videos look a little bit more professional. I weren't 100% sure I could do what I want to do with it, but now I've actually got it in front of me, and like I said, I paid for it. I wasn't bothered. I was going to buy it anyway. We'll get the power connected up, and we will actually power it up. Apparently there's two versions of this. I can't remember what this is the Acrobat. and this was actually the portable version. There is another version of it which I can't remember the name of it, which is basically exactly the same thing as this, only it was designed to be actually mounted to a desk. As where the Acrobat, which is the one that I've got, actually has a handle on it here, and it was designed to be moved between different locations, which, to be honest, for what I want to use it for, although this is probably going to basically stay on my workbench, but it is handy. There is the portable version. Right, we've got the power out, because there seems to be a power switch on the side there. We will give it some juice, and we will see what... I don't know what that's for. It says auto in there. Does that move or anything? No? Right, let's plug it in. Well, the monitors come on there. Is that on? I did see the... I just have to switch something on here. The light did come on when I first plugged it in then. I don't know if there's something I'm not doing. Oh. There we go. I'd switched the block into the wrong. Right, so there we go, enhanced vision. Oh wow. Let's get something we want to enhance. Oh yeah. Let's see what the controls on this are. Size, mode. There we go. Oh wow, that's... I mean, that's going to be good enough to work on a lot of things, isn't it? Let's flip this board over so we can have a look at some traces. Yeah. Look at that. This is good. It's just so much better than actually using that little USB microscope that I currently use. The problem with that is the arm is only very short on it, so it's fine for a small board like this, but if you're working on like a big motherboard, unless what you're actually working on is right close to the edge, you really struggle with that. This, with it being mounted up here, that is brilliant. And it's really quite clear. I mean, I presume the resolution is not going to be much different to what my little USB microscope is. I think that's only like 640 by 480 or 800 by 600. I presume this isn't going to be much different. I believe that the late, the new versions of this are HD. I don't even know whether they're not 4K. They're very high resolution compared with this, but that is perfect for working on these old circuit boards. Let's see if we can find where I did some of that repair. This is that board when I was testing that conformal coating pen. There we go. That's that little bit of repair bodge work. If you remember me having a look at actually doing some repair work, you can see it there. So I was just experimenting with this, with that conformal coating repair kit there. You can see how clear that's coming up as well. I'll get my fingernails out of there, 'cause that shows how nasty my fingernails are at the moment. Well, I'm really pleased with that. It's got all kinds of weird modes on this thing as well. What other modes? Yeah, black and white. I believe, yeah, enhanced positive, enhanced negative. So obviously this is designed as a an aid for people that are visually impaired, but I can see so many uses for this in my hobby, well, in our hobby. You can see that you know, for doing things like this, you can see that bodge wire there that we put in, and you know, it's just going to be so much easier looking at that nice big screen there for doing work like that. This is absolutely fantastic. It really does. It is really going to work exactly what I wanted this for. Like I said, these things are well out of my price range. From what I've been looking, like I said, this, or at least the current model that replaced this now, is £2,000 plus VAT, and that's for the base model, which basically this is the smallest screen. I've had a look online, and companies that sell, you know, like reconditioned equipment like this, they want £500–600 for a unit like this. I got this on eBay, on an auction, and it was shown that it did actually function. I don't know whether they listed it wrong or what. It was an eBay seller that I was looking at something else, and I tend to flick see what other related type of stuff they have that they're selling, and this was one of the items. And I got this for 20 quid. Literally, I paid £20 for it. It was actually meant to be slightly more than that. I won the auction at £22, and there was £10 postage on top of that, so we're talking £32, which is a steal. But anyway, the lady selling it, she messaged me this morning saying she was having some issues with waiting for some packing material, so there would be a slight delay in her sending it to me. And it were at that point I noticed that she was actually only about 10 miles away from me. So I sent her a message saying, would it be easier, more convenient if I actually went and collected it? And she sent back a message saying, yeah, that'd be fantastic. And so I went earlier on today and I actually went and picked it up from her, and she's refunded me, not just the £10, she actually refunded me £12 on the postage. So this literally cost me 20 quid. So I'm absolutely blown away. I'm super pleased with it, and like I said, hopefully when I'm actually doing work on boards and things like this, like I said, instead of just filming my screen on my laptop, if I can find my VGA capture card, like I said, I can take the VGA, I can split the VGA coming off the camera, and I can actually capture that on my computer, and we'd have a really good image. If I can find that card. Unfortunately, them cards are expensive. I've just had a look online, and even refurbed ones are £80–90. Even if the worst comes to the worst, that'd be far nicer, as we can see doing now. Just filming that using my camera is a lot better than filming the little screen on my laptop. But yeah, I was just going to do a quick little video, just show this thing actually working, just show what I've picked up. Like I said, I'm super pleased with this. It should make, like I said, some of the footage that I film a lot better, look a little bit more professional. Should allow you to actually see what I'm doing in a little bit more detail as well. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for now. It was literally just a quick little video, show what I picked up today. So, thanks for watching, and goodbye.